go, nice formations, driving to the front. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 30 of my Highway 66 campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously we began our push towards Alsfeld, and we had a really close battle. It was a tough one, but we managed to get through it. Really fun to watch, so definitely go back and check it out. But today we're going to be taking on the 2nd Battalion of the Modulus Regiment 24 to finish those off, and then we can see where we want to go after that. So we're going to start here with the Panzer Battalion 134 and the Panzer Grenadier Battalion 132. We're going to take on the 2nd Battalion, the Modulus Regiment 24, and the map is okay. So let's jump on in, finish them off. That should open up some subsequent attacks. So it's going to be pretty simple stuff. We'll just kind of like move on to Alpha here with a bunch of Leopards. And we'll push on over here with a bunch of Leopards as well. Because these only cost 2 points, we can actually have really good amount of firepower. So that's for the left. This is for the right. Make sure we have plenty of recon for them. And then we're good to go. So we'll do 1-2 Alfeld. Do 1-2 on this left side. We'll pop 1 on the right. That's the looks. I don't need the looks. Put the Alfeld here. Make sure to bring up some M113s early on. And then with 9 points, maybe a Panzergrenadier or 2, but I'm thinking just, yeah, Jaeger Alfeld is actually pretty handy. And then just more tanks. Okay. Now this time around, I'm kind of planning to be a bit more conservative with my leaders. It's something that I haven't really been doing very much and very well throughout this campaign. I'm letting the leaders get focused quite a bit, because if you have, say, in this case, I don't even know how many that is, almost 9 Leopards, Leopard 1A5s, and then 1 Leopard 1A5 leader. Due to the way that the game works, the leader will always be targeted first, regardless of cohesion. Whereas if you have like 9 Leopard 1A5s fighting the enemy units, the enemy units will sometimes switch targets because of cohesion loss. So if one of my Leopards gets hit and it has very low cohesion, then the enemy tank might switch target to another 1A5 instead. And what you can do in that situation is like kind of exploit the AI, because you can back off with the units that get low without actually fully losing them. So it works out quite nicely. When you have the leader, that doesn't happen. They'll keep shooting at the leader regardless. There's a lot of SPWs coming up. Maybe the Alfeld can kill a unit or 2 here. Just need to be careful when I'm pushing up with my tanks, because there's going to be a lot of resistance. Just gonna kind of drive up like so. If you want to know how to do the formation, you just hold right click and drag, and you'll see that it puts them into the formation that you'd like. Gotta be a bit careful with this AT gun. So you see there, it's like focusing on the leader. Whereas the shots are going to get a bit more spread, and it's just 1A5s. Oh, got a little bit too close there. That Alcada might die. Yeah, the SPW started firing at it. That's not good news. Let's just smoke that one so we create the wall and then we can back off. Okay. That was close, but we managed to get away with that quite nicely. Let's bring up the rest. On the left side, things looking pretty chill. So we can start to move up a bit more with these. Funny how I almost did exactly what I said I was trying to avoid. Fortunately, the Alfeld dying is just kind of par for the course. Trouble with recon is you sometimes have to kind of push them forwards. You can't just like have them on the edge of the tree line and then they'll slowly identify stuff. You actually have to move them forwards to a position where your recon's no longer in cover in order to actually spot stuff. And so that's why quite often you'll see me lose recon. Especially when you're up against like 3 vet SPW-70s with the KBVT machine gun that can absolutely rip like a 4-man squad to pieces very, very quickly, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it because the Alfeld squads don't have smoke or anything to save themselves. And if you move up your like tanks too soon, then you might just bump into the infantry anyway before the Alfeld even spots them. You just get this like weird catch-22 where you kind of have to take a little bit of a risk with the recon. Anyway, let's continue to push up here. All of these are more or less used up. Let's bring up the last one. We'll bring up these as well. Do I have Unimogs here? No, I don't. But we do get Unimogs and M113s in the Panzergrenadier unit. That's kind of nice. Let's make sure we just bring up more and more Leopards. We can basically overwhelm them so easily if we just bring up all these Leopards. I would like a Alfeld actually up on this ridge, so we're going to go and do that. We're going to want to try and stop the conquest tick here. So currently +5. We'll need to completely take over probably Charlie and contest Alpha, and then we should be fine. Let's just have the Iltis leave and the Alfeld move forwards a little bit on the right side there, just make sure we're not being flanked. And then we can have this Alfeld move up. We'll keep the Leopards relatively close, but I'm still a bit worried about this unit. That's a lot of infantry. Good for us, I mean there's lots of targets, but it'll take a while to kill them all. Just have them all pull off. There we go, nice formations driving to the front. Okay, that AT gun is a little bit of a problem. I'm surprised that that took another shot there. We get the Jaeger into the tree line here, and we'll push it up to go kill the AT gun for us.
Gesichtet. Radiocheck. Höre Sie klar und deutlich. Verstanden. Aufspüren und vernichten. Radiocheck. Höre Sie klar und deutlich. Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört.
That T-55 took a wrong turn.
Ausrücken, aber wachsam bleiben. Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Flux an alle. Funküberprüfung. Kommen. Scheiße, Vater.
If I can engage the AT gun from range, it might not be so bad.
Verstanden. Aufspüren und vernichten. Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört.
Oh, there's two AT guns. Okay.
Wo brauchen Sie uns?
Feind gesichtet.
Wir werden den weiterkommen. Hier, Alpha. Kampfbereit. Panzer, halt.
I don't want to get too close to this because it will be able to
Klar und deutlich.
like two-shot my tank.
Volltreffer. Ara.
Versorgung kann eingeleitet werden.
Lertungefecht. KI-Laden. Panzer einsatzbereit.
Ist es so?
I'll get an M113 to go over and fix up the Jaeger Aufkader because keeping them at full strength is one of the ways that I can utilize them
Feind im
to kind of push into places where there might be enemies, because that way we have more time to react. Problem with like Aufkader squads and like four-man recon teams in general is that you don't have time to react, especially against like high-bet AI,
Scheiße, Vater.
which everything is in this campaign because
So schnell wir
we're
können.
playing on the hardest difficulty.
Erschossen.
Geben Sie uns eine Angriffsformation. Sammeln.
Warten auf neue Befehle, Kommandant. Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze. Verstanden, Radiocheck. Höre Sie klar und deutlich.
Flux an alle. Funküberprüfung. Gehen wir das Lagerbild verdichten.
Sammeln, Befehlsausgabe. Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört. Rückwärts Marsch.
Another cheeky AT gun. Don't have any indirect fire, do I? No mortars or anything. Shouldn't have let that fire twice because it would have killed the leopard on the second shot. Ah, they're still there, of course.
Illusion. Wir sind ganz vor.
This is the risk of moving up infantry next to your recon.
Flux an alle. Geräuschdisziplin.
Nice chunk of infantry there would be good to kill. I am a bit worried about what might be in these buildings.
Befehlsausgabe.
Let's just take a little bit of a wide berth.
Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kamerad?
Jawohl. Flux an alle. Funküberprüfung. Kommen.
Make sure I don't lose the game. That's probably important as well. It's only 1 minute 20 do I lose.
Feind gesichtet. Jawohl.
Verstanden. Aufspüren.
Okay, onwards we go. Let's get up on this ridge. Have the Alfeld there to spot for us.
Letzte Rakete ist raus.
These can go back and fix up. We'll kill off that much as Alfeld should be the only thing capturing the sector as well.
Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze.
Geben Sie uns einfach einen Männer. Mir nach.
Good. Oh, I do need to be careful of the AT gun here.
Vollhauptmann. Rückwärts.
Yeah, I'm just going to smoke that because I don't want it to fire. If maybe...
Ausrücken, aber wachsam bleiben. Holen Sie das Fernglas raus.
Radiocheck. Höre Sie klar und
A
deutlich.
bit of a risky spot too.
Panzer halten.
From range it's fine. Not too worried about that.
Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanke.
Neue Befehle.
Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze.
Flux an alle. Funküberprüfung. Kommen.
Alfeld versus Alfeld.
Das hat einen erwischt.
Lertungefecht. KI-Laden. Sie ein paar Augen und Ohren, Kommandant?
Ist es dort wirklich sicher? Treibstoff, Ersatzteile, Munition. Alles, was Sie brauchen.
Okay, it's been relatively clean, and we've lost a couple of leopards, but you can always kind of expect to lose a couple of these 1A5s just because they don't quite have the same armor as something like a leopard 2. You don't have as much leeway to like mess up. Killing the T-55 leader is good though, because that costs 4 morale for them. Let's just hold up a little bit because we're getting ahead of ourselves. I need to bring up this recon, not the recon, the supply to fix up the recon. This recon can carry on though, same with the Panzergrenz. Good. Just 2 more kills. Well, 4 more kills if they only cost 1 morale. We get the Jäger Aufkader back up to full strength. We'll send them forwards. And then we can follow up with the 1A5s.
Los, Männer, Beeilung. Wir sind ganz Ohr. Verdammt, es hat einen erwischt.
Ladeschütze und munitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker. Jawohl, Herr Kommandant.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Ladeschütze um Alpha an alle. Funküberprüfung, kommen. Radiocheck.
We're just going to kind of move to the edge of the hill and provide fire support on anything that we do spot.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich. Logistikkommando steht.
That's really cool. All the vehicles are ready and waiting for like a final assault.
Befehlsausgabe. Geräuschdisziplin.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feindgeist.
Neue Befehle?
Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze. Jawohl, Hauptmann. Klar zum Gefecht. KI-Laden. Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze.
Wird ausgeführt.
Radiocheck. Hören, klar und deutlich. Ladeschütze. Funktionieren in gute Arbeit, Wegschütze. Wo braucht ihr Kamerad?
Right, 1 more to kill,
Zu Befehl, Kommandant.
and then we're good.
Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kamerad? Bravo 1.
Ah, es hat mich erwischt, verdammt. Es hat dran. Fertig machen zum Sprung. Wir greifen gleich an. Achtet auf die Abstände, Männer. Feind selbstständig bekämpfen.
Halt. Abfeuer, Kante Feind. Feuer frei.
Panzer einsatzbereit. Wir sind Flugabwehr, verdammt. Wo ist unsere Sicherung?
Melde Zug zur Stelle.
Could have maybe jumped through the buildings there.
Jungs an alle. Funküberprüfung. Kommen.
Bit worried there's more than just as much as left in the city though. Oh, that'll do. There we go. Shulker. Boom. Job done. Total victory. That's what we like to see. And that unit should just be dead. Cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is we'll move these slightly up the road towards Alsfeld. And then we're going to have to figure out what we want to do next. I think what I could do is we attack the 1st Battalion of the Moschützen Regiment 24 with the Panzer Battalion 151, and then we can move the Panzergrenz Battalion 133 and the Panzer Battalion 154 through towards Fulda, because they won't be able to attack this turn. They've got 6 out of 8 fatigue. So if I move up to here,
General, the
we
NVA
capture
has been
that.
dealt a
Lovely.
severe blow. We have captured Alsfeld. The way is open to advancing further and retaking Fulda.
Perfect. So they actually lost 5 points from that, because 5 goes to the owner. So we're now the owner, so we get +5, they get -5. And we now get the +2 per turn. So they're going to get 8 per turn now, which means we have 5 turns until they reach 80 points. And when they hit 80 points, we can no longer get a total victory in the campaign, apparently. So I think we'll be fine, because in 5 turns, we're going to make a lot of ground. I mean, if you think about how much damage we've done in, what, 3 turns? We're on turn 3 of this campaign. I think in 5 turns, we'll be in a better situation. So we'll be taking another one of these flags off of them, maybe like Schweinfurt or Bad Kissingen. And then that will be, again, -5 for them, +5 for us. So they'll put another 10 between us. And then the +2s every time. Anyway, we've taken Alsfeld. That's good. I do want to get rid of this unit because it's just in my way. So if I attack that and order resolve, I think we'll be okay. I don't expect this unit will reinforce. No, okay, they didn't. So we'll just take the auto resolve, auto attack and victory. Perfect, job done. Okay, we can leave them there, but what I'm going to do is take these 2 further down here. Now I'm not sure how far I want to go with this. Don't know what I want to push first. I'll probably put the tanks first just in case. Okay. So we bumped into their books, which is nice. I mean, we can see where they have the front line covered, which is great. We can see their artillery in the back line. There is a bunch of like reserve Mutschützen hanging about. There's also the 3rd Battalion of the Mutschützen Regiment 42 coming over. Okay. Yeah, so I think we just keep these behind. That's fine. Like so. They should both be okay. Do I make another attack with these guys? I don't think I can. I actually don't think I can. If I attack this and they actually reinforce, which they probably will because it's kind of close, then I'm going to be in a real sticky spot because this unit is very depleted. They also have absolutely 0 recon, so I'm not going to bother doing that. Like having 2 units of recon is fine because you can kind of babysit them and make it work, but having no recon whatsoever is really tough. And this unit's okay because he actually has 3 Lux A1s and Aufgaders, but a lot of these units were kind of damaged from even the beginning of the campaign, so some of them are lacking specific units, which is tough. So I'm looking at both the Panzer Battalion 144 and the Panzer Battalion 153 because both of them only can target the 3rd Battalion of the Mutschützen Regiment 23. I don't think this one's going to be able to push further, but it might be able to. We don't know yet. So maybe that would be a reason to use the Panzer Battalion 144 in this attack instead, near Schrecksbach. What I might do is move the leader unit behind the Panzer Battalion 152. We can have the VKK behind them. We want to move up the AA. That's in a really good position now. The Flugabwehr. They don't really need to be in that position anymore. I mean, they can come maybe up to the north side. Or I could send them further south. Don't have much in the way of cover over Frankfurt. I mean, once these AA move up, we kind of will, but I actually think maybe I just start heading these north, or we could just have them come over to Alsfeld for this turn anyway. Just deploy another AA net. Okay, so we're going to attack this unit. I'll bring in this artillery because they won't be able to join in another battle anyway. What's the map looking like? Okay, that's fine. Oh, and they reinforced. Nice, that's perfect. So what we're going to look to do in this one is just get a lot of damage done. As much damage as possible. If we can win by morale, then it will likely just destroy all of the units that got involved in this battle. So Mutchison Regiment, the 2nd Battalion of the Mutchison Regiment 22, 3rd Battalion of the Mutchison Regiment 23, and the Artillery Regiment 4. So yeah, all of those should die. Maybe not the Artillery Regiment, but we'll see. Right. Bravo is important to take. I'm going to pop a couple of tanks here with some recon. Just make sure we got that covered. We're not going to push across there. Then I'm going to have Alfeld come up to Bravo. Make sure to get the tanks in position. And we'll do the same over here. So tank, tank, tank. I'll probably just bring in this leader. Actually, that being said, let's move this leader here. This one can just sit in the back of that tree line and capture that. Cool. And these can move up here. We'll bring up a Jag with them. We'll need the recon. And then... let's see. Maybe just another tank. I don't think I need to worry about any helicopters, so that's good. Could just start by bringing in a couple of M1 nose. Yeah, let's do that. Put them on group 1. We'll use the supply from the artillery unit. Good. Cool. Let's go. What I might do is actually start firing on the far side of that bridge. No idea how effective it's going to be, or if we'll even hit the mark, but it's worth trying to keep them on the other side of the river. Good work. We're firing now. It certainly did plenty of damage. So I stopped them from back to front on purpose, so they didn't stop too close together. Make sure the Alfeld moves up here. Need the recon. Same on this side. That Alfeld needs to get into position for the leopards.
Sehen wir uns hier um.
Was sind Ihre Befehle? Marsch, aber
Halt. Abhocken und Beobachtungshalten.
Alpha an alle. Rückwärts, Marsch.
But enemy infantry in it? I think it might have been.
Radiocheck. Höre Sie klar und deutlich.
I do have some Jaegers, so I'm going to bring all of these in just to secure these two areas.
Feindgeist.
Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kamerad?
Verschossen. Keine Munition. Gute Arbeit, Mädchen. Radiocheck. Höre.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Scheiße, war das knapp.
Weder Freund noch Feind, nur lohnende Ziele.
Gute Arbeit, Mädchen.
Fällt von Freund und Feind nicht viel, kennt nur Flächenziele. Bereit für die Feuermission. Den hat sie erwischt.
Just spread out some shots.
Achtung, Ihre Befehle, Herr Hauptmann. Befehlsstelle bereit.
Gute Arbeit, Mädchen.
Toll. Rapport Termin.
Gute Arbeit, Mädchen. Bravo 1.
Wirkung im Ziel. Overkill gibt's nicht.
So ideally, what I'm going to want to do
Nicht schießen.
is get my leader into this tree line.
Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Fahrer, dort müssen wir hin.
Scheiße, war das. Bravo 1.
Befehlsstelle bereit. Den hat sie erwischt.
Good kills, good
Was
kills.
sind Ihre Befehle?
Den Laufschritt.
Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört.
Ich höre, Herr Hauptmann.
Okay, let's get these Jaegers unloaded.
Eine Kampfweise.
And we're just going to spread them out into this tree line, just in
Den
case.
sollen wir mitnehmen.
Oh yeah, you see the conkers there trying to swim across. There's two of them.
Wollen Sie mitfahren? Motor an, Abfahrt.
Toll. Rapport.
Gute Arbeit, Mädchen.
Ihr Jaguar. Kampfbereit. Marsch. Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken. An alle Einheiten. Feind gerichtet.
Gute Arbeit, Mädchen.
Das war die
Marsch. Aber ach,
Okay, brilliant.
Holen Sie das Feld aufs Haus.
Let's have the Alf cutter walk across.
Radio.
Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört.
I'll make sure to bring up the supply here.
Weder Freund noch Feind, nur lohnende Ziele. Overkill gibt's nicht.
Wir haben Feind.
Hierzu ausge... Ja, Hauptmann.
More and more artillery now. That's pretty much all we need.
Wir haben Feindkontakt.
And I'll try and just keep
Gute Arbeit.
creeping the Alf cutter forwards.
Nachschub ist nicht alles. Aber alles ist ohne Nachschub nichts. Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört. Speer zur Stelle.
It's tempting to try and push on this right hand side, but I'm pretty sure the last time I tried to do that it didn't work out too well. What I'm going to do is just bring up a green archer with the exceptional optics, and we can put that in one of these tree lines and we can use that to spot across the river on the right, and then I can start to actually push across on the right with the tanks. Just make sure they have smoke before we do,
Und zum Feind.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
and we'll want to make sure that we are still targeting any
Bereit für die
units
Feuermission.
out in the open.
Wir machen uns die Artillerie verleiht der hässlichen Klopperei etwas Würde.
Wir haben Feindkontakt.
Speer zur Stelle. Achtung!
Okay, let's go. There's an attack coming in here from somewhere.
Feind im
There it
Vordergrund.
is.
Gibt's nicht. Artillerie
Take that out,
im
please.
Verfügungsraum.
Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört.
The artillery speeds us up a lot.
Sie.
Wo brauchen Sie uns? Verstanden! Aufspüren und vernichten!
We'll get another couple of tanks up
Wo brauchen Sie uns?
on the left here so that we can make a proper push.
Wo brauchen Sie uns? Nicht schießen! Sie geben auf!
Holen Sie das Fernglas raus.
Es ist mir eine Ehre, die Männer anzuführen an alle Einheiten. Feindgerichtet!
I'm a little bit worried that they might not have enough stuff for me to kill. I guess in which case we could just capture Charlie, because we're already getting ahead on conquest points.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Wo brauchen Sie? Verstanden! Aufspüren und vernichten!
Fünfte Kompanie.
One of these Jaegers can now just kind of head towards the town.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Weder Freund noch Feind. Nur lohnende hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel. Kennt nur Flächenziel. Feuerunterstützung bereit. LOD überschritten.
Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze!
Neue Befehle?
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
LOD überschritten.
Am Ende kommt es immer auf den Infanteristen und sein Gewehr an.
Den hast du erwischt! Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Das war die letzte Wirkung im Ziel.
Nicht schießen! Sie geben
If I push up with these leopards, I wonder if they'll get shot at.
Führen Sie uns! Erlegen die Befehle!
Let's just move the Alfeld across the bridge here so that we can spot stuff that does.
Wo brauchen Sie uns? Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanke! Tara! Langsam rückwärts mal!
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Panzer, halt!
Sammel. Befehlsausgabe.
We're going to head towards the land spawns, although I can't really go through
Wurden getroffen! Immer ist ausgefallen!
the town here without it being pretty risky.
Schon mehr!
Geräuschdisziplin. Neue Befehle? Feuerschlag unterwegs.
Rückwärts Marsch! Und gute Arbeit, Richtschütze! Radio-Check! Höre Sie klar und deutlich!
Ja, Hauptmann.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Lux an alle. Funk über Geräuschdisziplin.
Wir bewegen alles.
Rückwärts Marsch.
Auf Empfang.
Wirkung im Ziel.
Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanke! Panzer Einsatz!
I'll need a couple of leopards that can cover that road for the infantry, otherwise the VMPs will just kill them for free.
Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze!
LOD
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Oculus Exercitus. Geräuschdisziplin.
Alright, we'll just follow this Alfeld around with the tanks as we slowly kind of advance
Wollen wir irgendwo einsickern?
towards the spawn. Once we get on top of the spawn on the left, we can worry about the right a little bit more. I can have the Lux, I guess, go with the Leopard to A3 here.
Haben Sie neue Zielkoordinaten so schnell wie möglich.
Make sure they move before they get killed.
Gute Arbeit!
Taktische Feuerunterstützung bereit. Overkill gibt's nicht.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Sprenggranaten geladen, feuerbereit.
Den hat sie erwischt!
Auf Empfang.
Wir sind hier durch das Ziel. Ihre Befehle, Herr Hauptmann. schnell wie möglich. Die Artillerie verleiht der hässlichen Klopperei etwas. Verdammt, es hat einen erwischt.
Just keep the artillery flowing.
Volltreffer! Nicht schießen! Wir geben auf! Jawohl, Hauptmann! Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze!
Ein guter Aufklärer ist einer, den man nichts...
Verstanden! Aufspüren und vernichten!
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Artillerie zu Diensten. Das war die letzte Granate.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Overkill gibt's nicht.
Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft? Scheiße, Vater! Bravo 1, hier Bravo!
Overkill gibt's nicht. Wir machen uns auf den Weg.
Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze!
Pretty clean so far, which is great.
Was sind Ihre Befehle?
Feind gesichtet.
Wo brauchen
Das war die letzte Granate.
Verstanden! Auf Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Sammeln. Los, Männer. Heilung.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Panzer, halt!
Befehlsstelle bereit.
Nicht schießen! Wir gehen...
Das war die letzte Granate.
Feind im Vorfeld! Panzer einsatzbereit!
So many infantry up here. That's crazy.
Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanke! Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze! Verschossen! Keine Munition mehr! Alpha Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanke!
Oculus Exercitus.
Danny, zu mir!
Halt. Abhocken und Beobachtungshalten. Haben Sie neue Zielkoordinaten?
Volltreffer! Ziel...
Feuerschlag unterwegs.
Buy more of these guns.
Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze! Rückwärts,
I actually have smoke on that, so that's a little bit awkward.
Artillerie verleiht der hässlichen Klopperei etwas Würde.
So these might run out of ammo.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Wird ausgeführt. Ende.
Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze! Was sind Ihre Befehle? Ladung Gefecht! KI laden! Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden? Rückwärts! 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 Volltreffer! Fahrer! Langsam! Fahrer! Langsam vorwärts!
Bravo 1 hier, Bravo. Feind gesichtet.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Den hat
We'll start moving that Alfeld around. I don't think I have any more recon, so
Feuerbereit.
Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze!
let's just start smashing this road to pieces.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Feind, gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze!
Geräuschdisziplin.
Nicht schießen! Wir geben auf! Wir wurden getroffen! Ihm ist ausgefallen! Verschossen! Keine Verstande! Aufspüren und vernichten!
Warten auf Feuerkoordinaten.
Bravo!
Den hat sie erwischt. Feuerunterstützung bereit. Overkill gibt's nicht.
Panzer einsatzbereit! Ladeschütze! Wir sind
I run out of ammo. Oh, it is.
Fahrer!
Transportkommando bereit.
One might be out of ammo shortly too.
Zerstören.
Bravo 1, hier
The
Bravo!
leader's almost out of ammo. Let's make sure we don't get hit by these Mudschützen.
Ausweichen. Los, Feind in
Vollaufwand! Panzer, halt!
Logistikkommando steht zu Ihrer Verfügung.
Gute Arbeit, Lichtschütze!
Neue Befehle.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo!
Das war die letzte Granate.
Geräuschdisziplin.
Zu Befehl!
I'm just letting these two recover their cohesion before we push them forwards again. I'm not going to worry too much about
Wo brauchen
getting
wir
them
unsere
back up to
Feuerkraft?
scratch. That is a lot of infantry again. It's good because there's loads of targets and we can kill them off, but it's just,
Bravo
ammo
1,
might actually be a problem.
Kommandant, verstanden! Aufspüren und vernichten!
I just want to get these across as soon as possible. We don't get caught on the bridge. And then we're good.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Obertreffer! Ziel zerstört! Obertreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Let the turkey shoot commence.
Versorgung kann eingeleitet werden. Feind gesichtet.
Haben Sie neue Zielkoordinaten? Overkill gibt's nicht.
Obertreffer! Was denn rückwärts Marsch?
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich. Sunny! Nachschub ist schon unterwegs.
Zu Ihrer Verfügung, Kommandant! Gute Arbeit, Schütze!
Die Position wird knapp.
Keep the Jaegers together.
Gute Arbeit, Schütze!
We want them to be all engaging the same target at the same time. Be much more effective that way.
Sunny!
Wirkung im Ziel.
Panzer Einsatzbereit! Erfassen das Ziel, Kommandant! Obertreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Es gibt nur zwei Arten von Menschen. Artillerist hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel. Ziel.
Obertreffer!
Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen.
Verstanden! Aufführen und vernichten!
Wirkung im Ziel.
Waffen klar zum Gefecht! Wir rollen! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Was denn nicht schießen? Wir geben auf! Wo braucht ihr?
An alle Einheiten.
Rückwärts! Marsch!
Geräuschbesichtigung.
Scheiß Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Die Artillerie verleiht der Festlichen. Wir machen uns auf den Weg.
Geschossen zu Ihrer Verfügung, Kommandant! Ara! Langsam rückwärts Marsch! Verstanden! Aufführen und vernichten!
Im Laufschritt.
That one's out of ammo. I could probably move up the Jaguar.
Sie brauchen einen Versorgungspunkt.
Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanke!
Because a lot of this infantry is constantly moving. Very difficult for me to utilize my artillery to get the job done.
Ziel zerstört!
Artillerie zu Diensten. Feuerunterstützung.
Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze!
Sprenggranaten geladen. Feuerbereit.
Volltreffer!
An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet.
Radiocheck! Höre Sie klar und
Jawohl.
Panzer halt! Erschossen! Keine Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Gotta make sure that I have
Rückwärts Marsch! Zurück zum Feind!
the recon continuing to move up, otherwise I'll be leaving my leopards blind.
Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze!
Wir dort, Feind dort.
This has been a systematic destruction
Gute
of East
Arbeit!
German forces today. It really has.
Wir geben auf!
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Wir wurden getroffen! E-Mails ausgefallen! Was sind Ihre Befehle? Verstanden! Aufspüren und vernichten!
Das war die letzte Granate.
Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Zum Befehl! Volltreffer! Verstanden! Aufspüren und vernichten!
An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet. Es gibt nur zwei Arten von Menschen.
Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Wir wurden getroffen! E-Mails ausgefallen! Schossen! Rückwärts! Volltreffer! Ara! Langsam rückwärts Marsch! Verstanden!
Neue Befehle?
Feind im Vorfeld.
Gute
It's out of ammo.
Wegschütze! Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft? Erschossen! Keine Munition mehr!
Brauchen Sie ein paar Augen oben, Kommandant? Halt. Abhocken und Beobachtungshalten.
Hier ein Marsch!
We've genuinely got to a point where I'm just running out of ammo.
Feuerunterstützung.
Push them into the corner. That SPW could have run straight past us if that Jaguar wasn't there. That's
Die Artillerie
hilarious.
verleiht der hässlichen Klopperei etwas Würde. Feuerschlag und
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
gut sammeln. Befehlsausgabe. Wir nähern
Panzer halten!
Den Laufschritt. Oculus Exercitus.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Auf Empfang. Ich hab ihn.
Wo brauchen Sie uns verstanden?
Feind im Vorfeld. Bereit.
Geräuschdisziplin.
12 more kills to go. This artillery should do some decent damage, which would be nice.
Rückwärts Marsch!
That's only got one shell left, so I guess we back up.
Schuss!
Befehlsstelle bereit.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo!
Melde Zug zur Stelle.
Can still use the towed ones, I just have to be a bit more careful with those because they're more vulnerable to counter battery.
Geschütz wird auf Ziel ausgerichtet.
Feind im Vorfeld. Bereit machen.
Kampfbereitschaft herstellen. Bereit machen zum Nachladen LFK.
Braucht jemand Munition?
Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken!
Ah, es hat mich
Taking
erwischt.
the counter battery.
Es hat mich erwischt. Feind vernichtet.
I guess I could put them on counter battery.
Doch mal rein, was würde. Zu den Diensten.
Wir sind Flugabwehr, verdammt! Wo ist unsere Sicherung?
Bereit für die Feuermission. Feind gesichtet.
Sammeln. Befehlsausgabe. Vollgas voraus.
I have no idea if these are going to have enough to replenish those, but we can try.
Gute Arbeit!
Right, where is that firing? They're all firing here. Okay. Cool, get them back in
Weder
afterwards.
Freund noch
Es hat mich erwischt. Verdammt. Es hat mich erwischt.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
And that is quite a nice tip. If you select all of your artillery, including the transports, and then right click on the transport, all of them will just load into their closest transport.
Gute Arbeit, Mädchen! Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden?
Pretty good to know.
Bei erkanntem Feind Feuer frei.
Was sind Ihre Befehle?
The artillery might just finish the job here. Hitting these infantry squads might just be enough to get 4 kills. There it is. Alrighty, what a bite. 180 kills, 0 losses. Yes, that's exactly like what we love to see. The leopards cleaning house. Oh, look how much stuff that destroyed. Everything that got involved there, I think, got wiped out. Just like that. Very, very good. Okay. So, from there, how far can we get with this unit? Okay, not as far as I'd hoped, but we're going to be knocking on the door of all of these units anyway, and that's going to allow us to break through to Bad Hersfeld pretty quickly, I think. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed that perfect battle. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.